here. See what happens.
Oh, Italy first ban TSM.
Inox is the target.
Learning something so far. Gonna see. I feel like I want to see Renekton ban at least away from the odd window, so a little less jungle intervention. We've seen Pantheon always banned away from Snoopy in the recent past. We'll see if that repeats or if Odd One grabs it.
Yeah, very interesting point there. Snoopy, he's played so many different junglers. Most recently, Evelyn. He really is on that Evelyn hype train, trying to use the permanent invisibility to get around and make use of the counter jungler. A lot of people going with the Evelyn counter jungle nowadays, just trying to catch people at their buffs. Not necessarily the best 1v1 if all abilities are available. But
yeah.
If you get the surprise on someone, which you should when you have permanent invisibility, then she's great for it.
As long as you don't walk by any pink wards you weren't aware about. The Renekton ban does come through for Dyrus. So the remaining top laners we know he plays that are aggressive include Shyvana. And I mean, we've seen Jace come back. Dyrus was a big Jace player in Season 2.
I think a good part of the Jace coming back too is the buff to tier that happened in 4.3. So maybe Dyrus would dip back over to the Jace. He's got that famous quote last season where he was talking about, don't really care how the rest of the team was doing, I'm on Jace, I can carry.
Yeah.
It's one of those few champions where Dyrus was very confident in his ability to carry the entire team.
We'll see what happens here. LeBlanc, the final ban. So one spent top lane, one spent jungle, one spent mid. Final ban coming through. Sivir there against Wild Turtle. So a lot still available for TSM and EG, a lot of the favorites.
No Gragas ban. The LeBlanc banned away by solo mid though. That is one that Reggie has used as well. So if he does have a small champion pool, as everyone seems to think, they've actually been forced out to ban out one of his own champions as well.
Ooh, Cassid, and we didn't talk about this one yet. That has gone through. Now, a team that hovers over it for a while and doesn't lock in, I feel like they tend to like bait you with it. Like, hey guys, remember Cassidon?
Yeah,
and
he's
they lock
up.
in something else.
Yeah, look, he's up, guys. Look, he's up. Nah, I don't know. I don't think that. Well, it's been a long time, but no one's talking here. Reggie with a couple words.
Yeah. So they already know what the next pick's going to be. They're just not showing us yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you take Cassidon, then you're opting into a very weak early game, and it also makes your jungle weak, because if your mid lane cannot come protect your jungle, then your jungle will be invaded early game over and over again. So they do not fall into that trap. Go with the strong mid laner, picking up Lulu, one of the biggest bullies around right now.
Absolutely. Now, EG, though, they're, of course, hovering Cassidon. They're one of the 2 teams in North America to have been able to play Cass so far. Cass, winless in the North American LCS, though I believe undefeated in Europe. Hovering over more of their champions. We have seen Cass completely go through picks and bans once. Snoopy might finally get his Pantheon there. Yeah, that's been permanent banned against him. Gets this one. Morgana as well there for the support of Crepo. EG honestly getting 2 picks they would really like to have already.
Yeah, so Crepo was talking about his laning phase. He wasn't landing very many bindings, and it actually made their laning phase very hard. But once he joined the rest of the team, he was landing the crucial bindings that really can have game-ending impact, and it was working out really well for them. Now that comboed with Snoopy on Pantheon, they have a lot of early game ganking potential. Plus, late game, you can make so many plays with Pantheon, Grand Skyfall, that you just have no possibility of making with other champions.
We'll see how the rest of this pans out. I do want to see Cassidon get picked up. EG are leaving their mid lane pick available. I love the champion. He's fun to watch, does a lot of cool things. Want to see it come through. TSM, I feel like AD carry. There we go, the click there for Reginald. They can put together their bottom lane right there. Leona into Morgana is surprising for me. That is a bit of a weaker lane, but TSM want the engage.
Yeah. Nobody really has been opting into that matchup from the Leona perspective. Brings up a lot of questions about lane swaps, about what makes them confident in this matchup, because maybe they're just going to rely on him missing the bindings, but it's a very bold move here.
We'll see if they can make that one happen. Honestly, Crepo and Yellow Pete played really well today so far. See if they can keep that performance going here. Crepo on another Morgana game. Gragas the hover there for Popelter. We have seen that top lane for Inox. We've even seen it jungle for people like I Will Dominate. So a flex pick, if nothing else. Of course, the Jinx comes through because they say, hey, you know, she's weak against Assassin, but there's no Assassin in the enemy team. They got the Morgana Protector, Yellow Pete and Crepo, the same bottom lane as last time.
Yeah, he's fine with the Black Shield as his defense for the Leona engage. really the thing that they like to go back to with this Jinx and Morgana combo that they love so much is the Dark Binding into Flame Chompers. They used it extremely well first time around, and they got a lot of harass down. It was very successful in lane. That depends all on Krepo's Dark Bindings landing first, though, because Pete is really just a follow-up to that.
See if he can do it. And of course, Krepo did go for Frost Queen's Claim the first time around, or not the fully upgraded one, but Spell Thief's Edge into that whole line. Did pretty well getting gold off of it with his Morgana. TSM, he's hovering onto Mundo. That doesn't seem that likely for me, just because he's wanting to play very aggressively, but with Renekton gone, maybe he does it anyway.
He really likes the champion.
Yeah.
He's been very outspoken about how on Mundo, even if he gets a little bit of an edge, then he can actually take over a game. And so with Renekton banned out, I guess he does return to the tried and true Mundo up top. But that brings up the possibilities of those level 6 around tower dives. Can they keep Mundo down early, because he is very weak in the early game. And that's something that Dyrus said he was not trying to do this week. He wanted to play more aggressive.
Yeah.
But the ban's forcing him back to his old playstyle.
And a really tanky team here for TSM as well. You've got Lulu for bonus health,
Yeah.
the Mundo, Vi, and Leo on the front line. You're going to need some pretty serious damage from EG to break through this. And Gragas being a burst caster, not necessarily going to match up that well. The Ahri comes through for Pro Belter, so it is top lane Gragas.
And they're cracking up.
Hilarious. Something still really funny. EG always laughing during my champ selects.
Inox going to be happy to take that champion back one more time. Gragas definitely has the ability to burst Mundo in the early levels. Definitely going to be taking Ignite here, and Pantheon is a lover of tower dives, so we'll have to be looking for Sube's actions around top. Odd One's probably going to have the same idea. So is Dyrus. They will be very careful up there. We'll probably see a lot of waiting around to counter gank in the top lane, and a lot of ward coverage up there, much more than usual, I think.
We'll see if they can make it happen. I want to actually see as well if Inox goes for Morellonomicon for his cooldown reduction item choice, just because when Mundo gets below half, it'll trigger the passive, it'll lower his healing a whole bunch. Won't have to rely on Ignite for that. We'll see if that one comes out. Guys, as we load it into the Rift, let's see who you voted to take this one, and going with 87% of the vote, it's TSM, according to the crowd vote here. I don't think it's much of a surprise for anyone. These guys are at the top of the table. EG have shown signs of life recently.
Yeah, and even with Reggie coming in, the only game they dropped was the Cloud9. So very respectable TSM here, even with the Burger King not here.
Yep, still doing quite well. And it said, in the interviews, the TSM member said, yeah, it took us some time to get used to playing with Reginald, but we've adapted to that. We know how it's going again. And honestly, Reggie himself has been performing very well. I don't remember him losing lane anytime. In fact, in the one loss they got, he held up.
He got bullied. He was down in CS.
Okay. but like, Dyrus like died in his own, like, in the top lane as well. Like, I feel like Reggie, because like the pre-game interview for that game, for the game against Cloud9 was like, yeah, as long as I just hold up, you know, Reginald says, as long as I hold up, my team will carry for me. And everyone else is actually losing their lane.
Yeah, did not work out that time. But we'll have to see what happens this time, because last time they lost, Dyrus was on Mundo. And they did attack him early.
Well, here we go. Let's see what these guys can do. Dyrus with the teleport moon to the top lane. Odd One on Vi. Here we go. Going to be Relic Shield here for a special. Spell Thief's Edge for Krepo, so GP10s. I've still seen Doran's Shield and Doran's Ring come out for supports, but it is good to see that we're really seeing all, I guess, 5 major starting items come through for supports this patch.
And I think definitely Spell Thieves is pretty much the only way to go on Morgana. It offers so much damage, and ooh man, look at this action up top here. We might see another interesting level 1 top. But yeah, Spell Thieves on Morgana offers so much extra gold and damage for her. See if they can catch Dyrus sleeping.
Nope. Right, he's running down. Body Slam Flash. Do it, Inox. I believe. He can reach it.
Silly freak.
He would force Dyrus' flash, though, for sure, because he'd have to flash the binding.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm just saying they would have traded. I would have done it.
Dyrus is calling you up right now. Freak, what you got to tell? Did I play that right?
I mean, you live. Can't be sad about that one. EG tried to make the play. Didn't get much out of it. Aside from some vision. So they're going to go back to their own lanes there. Yellow Pete and Krepo heading towards the bottom of the side of the map. There's a Trinket Ward's going to see each other. They're going to say hi. They'll both die around the same time.
Both junglers going to start at their reds. We'll have to take a look at the duos and see if they help at all. No! Odd One makes a curve here, starting at his blue. So they'll both end down towards the bottom side of the map.
That'll be fun to watch. Will we have early aggression in that bottom lane if the push goes one way or the other? Snoopy going to be soloing his red buff here, starting with Q, standard Pantheon fare. And the Path is going to block some damage. So Snoopy just to be fine to solo it out. Dyrus did help the Odd One with his camp, though. So Odd One will have a bit of a lead here. Already level 2 here on Vi. Might get an edge that matters here in this game.
So the shove down bottom. Special has been able to gain bush control. And they go for the engage.
Some good damage in the Yellow Pete. Crepo firing back, though.
You can see Special as soon as he lands the Zenith Blade, he walks to the other side, just trying to get out since they're still level 1. No follow-up stun. Trying to get that harass down to the AD carry. And he's used one charge of his Targon, saving the other one for when that cannon minion does come down. Wants to make sure he gets the most bang out of his buck that the Targon's purchase.
I think this is interesting because you don't need to use
if you
only
get the
one
first
charge.
2 really quick.
Yeah, well, as soon as you use the first charge, you're fine. Because you'll get the cannon in time no matter what. The first charge will stack up. The interesting thing for me is that like he's saving it in case he's the last hit under turret like that. That's why he saved the charge.
Okay. That's what it was.
Yeah. So that was a nice move by Special. He's actually played this lane a lot, you can tell. Saved 1 minion kill, and now it tracks in the scoreboard. So we don't have like the fake Wild Turtle CS is lower because of the Relic Shield.
Thank God.
Yep. My job got easier.
Save us for future mistakes. Meanwhile, mid, I mean, Ahri, we didn't talk too much about the Ahri pick because we talked about how it forced Gragas to go up top, but Shifter's really been the only Ahri in the North American LCS. Pabelter is a big fan of that type of champion, though, making solo plays, assassinating people, playing from the fog of war. And
oh, Charm misses. Reggie
Charm
might
miss.
get stunned. Already forced a flash. That Charm could have meant his death. Doesn't quite land it. Reggie now on the back foot.
I was going to say, Ahri also combos very well with Pantheon for ganks. Because if he waits for Pantheon to get his stun off first, you know, jungler using his flash is much easier than mid laner. If he uses the Pantheon stun, it's a guaranteed charm into full Ahri combo.
Well, there's the push in towards Yellow Pete. And look at Special switches targets and stuns Crepo
Oh
instead.
my.
What a nice play. Down to 200 health. Ignite is on. Will Crepo go down? They're trying.
My.
Yellow Pete supporting as best he can. First blood goes to Special. Yellow Pete in the middle of the enemy team. He's still chasing down on Wild Turtle. The barrier is still up though for the TSM 80 carry. Yellow Pete has flash, has barrier.
The double! All right, so all questions have been answered. Why would you opt into the Morgana matchup with Leona? Because we have a plan. We're going to switch targets, the positioning there. Yes, Crepo, he got the black shield off.
The odd one shows for Pabelter, forced to flash, dodges the Glitter Lance.
But yeah, Crepo, he gets the black shield off. His positioning still so close up front inside this bush. And you can tell that Special had that plan from the moment he threw the Zenith Blade because he did not instantly use his Q. That's what EG were expecting. And man, did TSM just play that mind game so well. Had to say, I called the shot for Turtle this one, going the double early.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, very well executed right there. My goodness, the bottom lane starting off strong. But here's that
Dyrus,
early dive top.
Level 5 has
Snoopy's
flash.
coming
Snoopy's
in.
got the tower shot there. He's got the aggro. There's the 2 blocks in there for Snoopy. Oh, what? The flash from Dyrus keeps him alive. Inox is trying. Ignite's
Got the
down.
Ignite. Will Inox lose his life for it, though?
Odd One's
One's trying to make him pay.
No red buff. Inox does have body slam. There he goes.
Okay. Woo. Almost a botched dive right there, but they end up getting it anyway. Still a little bit dirty. Could have been performed much better, but they get the kill nonetheless.
Binding onto a Special. The root goes down. They're really trying for this one. The 2/3, and then he like regens back up with the Targon's brace upgrade. So 2/2 GP10 there. Crepo actually adds a Ruby Crystal, so he's going for a faster Sightstone and more health to survive the lane.
So easy to rush those Sightstone now. Very, very efficient route for supports. Special opting for that upgrade so he can get much quicker income and a lot more heals off as well.
I gotta point out that Wild Turtle already with the fast Cutlass. So Blade of the Ruin King opener here for Lucian.
It's very high kill potential in lane. He's got extra chase now.
Oh, they're going to go in. There's the jump
Gotta
onto
worry.
Krepo. Oh, he flash shielded himself.
man.
He's leaving Yellowbeat up to die. There's going to be enough damage. Wildcard picking up another kill.
Wow.
Back Krepo indeed.
They are just obliterating this bottom lane. If the duo from EG stand right next to each other and Krepo throws out his black shield, then Xpecial all he has to do is choose the non-shielded target. Very easy move there for them.
Unfortunate for EG. Looks like this duo lane working very well for TSM. Special and Wildcard are doing a great job pushing Krepo around as well. So the duo lane off to a wonderful start. 3 kills in lane, 13, 14 minions now as well.
Yeah, just because you have the black shield doesn't mean you can forget about positioning in lane. Very, very important for this duo. We'll have to see if they make the adjustments needed during the game, because getting caught off guard once, they've got the excuse, but they need to be able to make those adaptations in game. Start playing a bit more safe.
See what else they can do. Double Doran's Blade and a longsword. So decent AD for Yellow Pete. Gonna sit towards the back line. Reginald versus Poe Belter has been sitting fairly stagnant for now. Both these guys have recalled once. Chalice versus Double Doran's Ring, and looks like maybe a DFG rush for Poe Belter.
Yeah, and Reggie wanting to ward a lot of the river around him because Pantheon ganks very, very dangerous with Ahri. Ahri can follow up on any gank. Now that he is level 6, Poe Belter can easily reposition as long as Snoopy gets any sort of stun onto Reginald. So Reggie has been playing a lot safer than a lot of Lulu mids, not going for as many harass opportunities as usual.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out that both these guys, their flashes are down. Reggie just got his back up. Oddone is also level 6, and if he communicates, he knows Poe Belter has no flash. He does have Spirit Rush, but that might be enough to get Vi in.
I mean, it does go both ways, but if he gets even close to the turret, Ahri can pull him under the turret, and very, very dangerous to expose yourself to a Pantheon counter gank.
Okay, so
look at this rotation, though.
It's going to be the force gank, though. Reggie
there.
very much in a bad spot. Flash stun going to land there. Can Poe Belter get in there? Not really,
Minion
just a trade of flashes.
line saves Reggie's life right there. No charm from Poe Belter can follow up through the minions.
Oh my gosh, Inox, the Ignite is down as well.
Nah, I don't think that will do it.
One more tick.
No.
And now Darius pops the ulti and regens. That was close, though.
Man, I think that they might have mistimed Reggie's flash. It was very close, though, because you were just calling how it came up. If that was a few seconds earlier and he had no flash, it would have been a great move. EG trying for those aggressive calls, but it hasn't been working out.
Not quite. They found the one top lane just barely. Inox honestly doing nicely, though. He's the one guy I feel like... I shouldn't say the one guy, because Poe Belter's doing fine as well, but Inox actually bullying around his opponent of Dyrus, got the kill, maintains a minion kill lead. Had a great game early today as well, so I gotta say, he's kind of stepping up for EG right now, most of all.
Actually forced Dyrus to teleport, too, so the teleport going to come up in time for any kind of dragon action, but that summoner being down is great for the rest of the team for the time being.
Okay, so taking stock of this one, we haven't seen the ulti come out from the Odd One's Vi just yet. Level 7 on her. Lizard Elder done as well for this jungler. Lizard Elder not yet done, though, for EG, but the TSM team, they're going to start out Dragon, and EG, honestly, not in range to stop this.
Yeah, great ward coverage here from TSM, too. They've got the ramps, vision of both ramps. Snoopy being up top means there's no possibility of them having to worry about this. I think that going for Dragon when Grand Sky falls down is a very good option, too, because that is very easy to steal away buffs or objectives when you're able to get that combo of the Skyfall damage with your smite. And he can also react from anywhere on the bottom side jungle.
You know what's crazy about that too is Odd One did not have smite when they went for Dragon. They just knew it was safe, and it was like, yeah, it's fine. They won't stop us. We'll just attack it till it goes down.
So the wards there up by the Wraith Bush for TSM, definitely paying off for them. Very good call by the group. I think it also has a lot to do with the success of bottom lane. Anytime your bottom lane is crushing, you have so much confidence as a jungler to make those dragon calls.
And I want to see what they pick up now once the recalls come through. 14 minion kills there for Xpecial. Probably all of them shared or close to that at this point. Dyrus Inox still fighting the top lane. It is going to be the Athene's push for Inox, so he's not going for any extra reduction there. Snoopy going to get jumped on there. A lot of damage comes through from Reginald. There's the ulti in as well for Lulu. Otto taking a bit of pain. Will Pubelter chase down, puts the Ignite on. Going to have enough damage. Yes, he will. But will Reggie fire back? It's going to be close. Reggie does not have Flash. Whimsy could get him in range for a Glitter Lance, but Pubelter still running away. Gets the Charm, gets the Q.
Good Charm. He's still on the run, though. Inox
EQ
is coming
could be
down
the
to
damage.
help.
Oh, he misses it.
Oh, doesn't get it.
Good escape. Pubelter gets a blue buff for his trouble, so I think you already had that one.
All right, so that Wraith Bush ward, TSM were able to set up a gank on Snoopy, a counter gank there because they had full vision of him. But EG do a good job. They answer back a kill. Pubelter's able to get some money for himself as well, and that's what they really need.
Reggie's okay.
Yeah, he's
So is
fine.
Pubelter. Yep. Lulu's doing quite nicely. 90 to 97. Sork Shoe's done early. What's up?
Big story out of those junglers dying is that Pubelter's the one who ends up with blue buff, and Reginald was not able to get one, so he's definitely going to want the second respawn.
Yeah. Third round of buffs coming up in the very near future. We'll see who grabs them. So 2,000 gold. TSM's lead almost entirely due to their bottom lane. Trinity Force pieces now coming in for Wild Turtle, so going very caster-centric.
Here is the next respawn. Snoopy was making a move for it, but Odd One's got control. They're going to be able to hold on to this one. So Reggie, happy boy. They'll be able to match blue buff's mid.
And I gotta say, I really do like TSM's choice to ban Evelyn and let Snoopy play Pantheon. They knew he'd go for it, I'm pretty sure. Because you're seeing Odd One basically out jungling Snoopy right now, right? He's setting up the plays a little bit better. People are escaping from the Grand Skyfall ganks by and large. And Odd One just out farming him so far with the item lead as well. I feel like that's working out for TSM, that little plan of champ select.
It's all about the deep vision that you can get. Information is key when trying to jungle, especially at this level. And they've been able to keep track of Snoopy, so enabling Odd One to make all the right choices. They were countered, though, for the first one. Reginald, he actually goes into the Skyfall towards turret.
Gets the counter gank. There's the pull onto the Odd One. Here comes Yellow Pea on the backside. Kill for the Odd One. Mark Findings going to miss on the stun target, but Krepo's going to find one. Looks like the TP got stopped, and Reggie will go down as well. Wow.
Inox did not have to use his ulti either. I'm guessing Dyrus canceled his own teleport there.
Yeah, when they saw Yellow Pete and Krepo, I'm guessing he was like, actually, I can't turn this one around.
Yeah,
two
too
for
many
one.
foes there. So,
Well
as
done.
we were talking about the junglers, huh?
Yeah.
Skyfall does come in on Reggie this time around, very successful. Big win for EG, and they're going to get the mid turret. That opens it up for Snoopy to do some counter jungling of his own. He's been...
Oh, Yellow Pea puts the berry down. So getting chased on the distance, closing as well. One attack to go, picks it up. Wild Turtle going ham, making it go down.
So it's not even Snoopy doing the countering through the jungle here. This is EG making a rotation up top. Wild Turtle made his own play down bottom, though. Ooh, Krepo, the binding coming out, alerts TSM. They call in a lot of resources here.
Oh, but the early charm onto a special. He's a little bit alone there. Looks for Krepo. Krepo does have flash. How long can he bait this? Burns the ulti, still staying around. Late flash, into Dyrus' face. This is not ideal. Odd One, though, overextends very hard. Lulu comes by as well. They're going to trade that one back anyway. Pubelter low on health. Ignite goes down. He will fall. Picked up by Reggie. Reggie getting burned down now as well. Can he get away from this one? No. Snoopy picks up Reggie. Traded back and forth and back and forth. Special coming up big with a double kill.
Can I just say that the Odd One is playing so aggressive every time? You know, even when he gets caught and the numbers aren't in their favor, he still goes offensive and he doesn't give up on the play. All right, TSM calling everybody over to this one. Special flashes out and he's going to have to rejoin the fight much later. But Odd One, he goes aggressive, and Reggie always going to be able to follow up on this one. He gets up one more Glitter Lance before he dies. That was key from Reggie, able to get both members low. Dyrus and Special come out on top in the top lane, leaving Wild Turtle to rotate up mid and answer middle turrets.
Oh, I gotta say, that was nicely done there. And Dyrus, honestly, didn't get the lane bully he wanted, but he's still having the impact he wants in team fights. 1, 1, and 2 now. 129 minions making that fight happen as well.
I really think that fight up top really shows how TSM, what they were talking about with remembering how to play with Reggie. They're just so offensive with all of their moves. And it's impressive to watch because it worked out there. It is a risky style, but they were able to make it happen.
They absolutely did. So TSM looking great so far. 3 seconds until Dragon respawns.
Teleport so close.
Ooh, it'll be up if they want it, basically.
There it goes.
Especially went for full face of the mountain here. So he's actually going to be giving more shields to his teams, helping them out quite nicely. Going towards what I'm guessing is Aegis as well on top of that.
Yeah, the shield now does explode for attack damage of the champion you put it on. So going to be very effective on Wild Turtle and the Odd One. Because Odd One's gone super damage build here.
Yeah, 2 damage items. That'll be fun. It'll even work on Reginald.
They give up the Dragon. This is a good call from EG, I think.
The
shove
push
it
in
towards mid.
Let's see if they can get tier 2 turret. TSM are going to stay for this one. Oddwood, Wild Turtle, and Reginald going to take this. The rest of the team rotating towards mid.
Darius has his teleport. They can catch him.
Oh, the Skyfall, they're going to go for a special. The stun comes down, the charm as well. Look at the burst, but there comes the Lulu support, the shield onto himself as well as special. Not going down. The TP in from Darius does the damage there. The Dragon totally not working either too much. Darius in the front line looks for 1. They're going to be trading 1 for 1 so far. Darius is going to get away with the flash. The Oddwood in the back line finds a whole ton of kills. And that is an ace for TSM.
So that question is answered. The question is answered. Yes, they will get caught. Tyrus does teleport in. They make the move onto Xpecial, but Xpecial is very tanky. And he's able to use that base of the mountain shield, plus Reggie's shield comes in on him. He lives through this, getting knocked out. Once Darius does arrive, he's able to be the point man, and EG are split. 3 members pincered against the base of TSM. There's nowhere left for them to go, and TSM clean up a 17-minute, 50-second Baron.
It's their second of the day.
They are going for some very early Barons. This is what comes of the Reginald style TSM, I guess.
Yeah. If it spawned at 8 minutes, you know he'd call that as well. Wild Turtle 7-0 and 2. And I got to point out in that fight, Darius actually flashed the second half of REQ.
Yeah.
So
the true damage.
Yeah, would have killed him. He was down to like 100, but he got away with that one. So well played, Darius, in that fight. 1-1-7 on him. 7,000 gold in that man. He's doing quite nicely. Of course, Wild Turtle getting all the kills at almost 9K. So there's some pretty big players here for TSM.
Not only did Wild Turtle get all the kills from the team fight, but he also has been getting so much of the lane farm when the rest of TSM are making the aggressive moves up top. He's getting this giant farm down bottom and moving mid to get farm as well as turrets there. So he's got so much of the money off the entire map. He's already got those 2 completed items. He is a beast right now in any sort of skirmish fight. He has so much mobility on that Lucian.
Yeah, he's doing an amazing job of this one. Ruin Community Force, very nice backline build for him. With a whole bunch of tanks in front to make sure it goes nicely. Inox, 3-2-1, still a positive score. Belter doing all right at 2-2-4. The bottom lane, unfortunately for EG, really getting pushed around, not having the best start.
Yeah, TSM looking to use this Baron buff. Push all the way up mid here. Now look at the wave clear though for EG, because they ran with a top lane. Wow, the shield just
not even a reason to do it.
5 shots. Inox is going to do his best to clear these waves though.
Now let's see if they have the damage though. Wild Turtle and Reggie, the only ranged champions on the team. They put a little bit of damage down, but not too much. Reggie find is not going to matter. Q comes through. That one actually matters a little bit. But keep in mind, Baron regen is a good thing for TSM. They rotate towards the bottom side now, killing the wolves as they go. Deficio sad. And they move on now towards the tier 2 turret. No one's there. Oh, no, EG does come to defend.
Yeah, I mean, one of the side bonuses of running double AP is that you do get a lot of wave clear. Oh, the engage
goes
very
in, lands
deep.
on the 3 or 4. The dive in towards the back. Goodbye, Crepo. Reggie's going to fall for this one, but the kill's still coming through. TSM 3-1, 4-1. The dive still going through. Will they take on Yellow Pete? I believe they will. Another triple kill. Wild Turtle pulling up 10 this game.
Darius holds true to his statement of wanting to play more aggressive this split here. Xpecial with the initiation, then Odd One immediately follows up. He's got so much damage too, and then they can rely on that base of the mountain shield for whoever gets low. I love this rush of base of the mountain from Xpecial. The bottom lane from TSM this game is ginormous. They are wrecking people, and they're using the power that they got from the bottom lane to just destroy in team fights as well. Xpecial landing the CC he needs, and Wild Turtle putting out the massive damage. 10 kills now for Wild Turtle.
Yep, an on-demand 200-ish point shield's worth 10% of your max health. That's what Xpecial's gotten from that face mount. Not to mention the heal from Akil's Crucible as well. He makes people not die in addition to being a tank himself. Special really keeping people alive. I like that. Also worth pointing out, 600 gold he's gotten from his GP count on top of the bonus stats it gives. That's not too sad either. That's not too sad either.
No, there's nothing sad about this TSM team right now. They're all pretty happy with the way this one is going. Even though Darius did go down to the early gank. After that, it's been mostly TSM.
Okay, so TSM sitting in a really good spot this game. They're likely to hold on to the first place. Yeah. They got 2 more games. No, 1 more game in Super Week. 1 more game tomorrow. 3-0 in the week if they close this one out. Certainly looking amazing, even without Bjergsen. Like, I actually want to know if they keep this same momentum going even when Bjergsen's back. Like, do they forget how to play with Bjergsen for a short time? Do they stumble a second?
It's really funny because people were joking about will Reggie stay? Oh, what if Reggie does really well? Are they gonna keep Reggie and have Bjergsen sit out? But Reggie's playing so well, it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, at the start of the season, TSM said they wanted a sub for every role. And I believe Mega Zero is a sub for top lane. They've got Night Blue as a sub for jungle.
And Ninjakin.
Yeah. And then they got Bjergsen as a sub for the mid lane. Because Reggie's here to stay. We'll see. Wild Turtle pushing down the inhibitor. TSM going to take this one soon. Crepo at Havoc Special doesn't yet go in.
So,
the inhib down.
Yeah, EG can't fight that one. Darius does have his teleport. At this point, it's the TSM have a massive gold lead and a global advantage with the teleport. So unless Snoop is going to be trying to answer the Darius split push, in which case it would be very dangerous for him and he would be under kill pressure, then EG really don't have a lot of answers. And TSM can just take everything they want off the map.
And the problem is, like, they're a bunch of burst casters. Like, they don't kill tanks very well. TSM just happened to put a big tank line in front of him and say, deal with it. And EG really doesn't. So, see what else these guys can pick up. Xpecial ready to go down the mid lane. TSM joining him. Dyrus still in the top lane, though, to keep the split push going, because that's the Dyrus way. Go chill top lane by yourself. 12 out of the 20 kills on his shoulders. Here we go now to the mid lane turret, down to half HP, taking damage rather quickly, Wild Turtle. Gonna close that one out. And they just keep on going. Honestly, like, TSM, they're not really showing signs of slowing down. They're being reserved. They're not throwing anything away.
There's no reason for them to slow down. Yeah, they can easily keep up with this game plan. They are playing, concise, though. They're taking every single outer turret before they want to break in onto another inhibitor turret.
Darius a bit far up. He's going to survive this initial engage. There comes the ulti in. 2-man slow. EG running away from this one.
And all they get is Darius ulti here. So Mundo's going to regen right back up. Belter used Spirit Rush. That's a huge part for EG because they need him to be able to reposition and kill Wild Turtle. If they can't get Wild Turtle off the field, then there's no way they're going to survive. He is so fed right now.
And he's a massive AD carries. 3 completed items, 24.5 minutes in. The Last Whisper, the most recent addition there. I do like that one. Now in for the top inhibitor turret that's going down rather quickly. Darius leading the charge to the front line. Does get charmed. The engage might come through. Darius on a half HP. Morgana ult in from Krepo, but drops down before it can explode. The Jinx ult not doing too much either. Here goes Pantheon. Snoopy in the middle of the enemy team. Locked up there by the odd one. Goes down quickly. Double kill there for the general. Now the second inhibitor under fire.
Yeah, TSM pretty much making quick work of this one. 25 minutes right now, and they're going to just destroy the entire base.
Reggie still has his ultimate here. Hasn't had to protect anyone too much. The face of the mountain shield also up for a special, so even if someone does get low, there's still some support left. 3 inhibs now dead. 9 turrets gone as well. TSM, will they close it out on this push? Flash from Yellow Peak going to keep him alive. Minions flooding the base from everywhere. This could be the game, or it could be Baron. TSM back out.
All right, so you talked in the beginning about Reggie's sort of mentality of, as long as I can stay alive and not mess up too bad, then the rest of the team will be able to carry me. This game, he did a good job. He was avoiding the first Pantheon gank, this Grand Skyfall. The second one got him, but really good job. All right, another look at this. Krepo was able to get everybody there with his ulti, almost everybody, but support Morgana, no Zanyas, and he goes down instantly. Snoop, exact same thing. No defensive stats there for him yet.
Yeah.
They are just so far behind this game. They don't have the tools to back up any of the moves that they want to make right now. Even if they catch someone out, it's hard.
Good Black Shield, but Dyrus already burned that down. Randu in slow. Yeah, goodbye. All right, so kill picked up. Dyrus gets the credit. That's fine. 2, 4, and 16. A lot of assists there. The dive in. Boom out there. Wild Turtle in the battle. The shields come through.
Oh,
he does go down. Kill picked up. Assuming the backline's going to go down. 1 for 1. Pope Belter. 1 hit to go. Yellow Pete low on health trying to get out. He's going to dark down as well. Kill picked up from, actually double kill from Odd One's E. Only 1 man left alive. Inox stands in the background and says, you didn't catch me. I have a 2 KDA this game. Gonna back out. Nexus gonna fall. TSM 3-0 in Super Week. Convincing fashion the win over EG.
Yeah, they can be happy with that one for sure. Well executed.
The crowd too. As usual, a lot of TSM fans in the house, and what better way to spend a Saturday than watching TSM go 2-0.
I gotta say once again, that bottom lane from TSM, oh man, did they crush.
Oh my gosh, it was rough.
It was beautiful too. They deserved it because that was genius.
The special was awesome. I saw a couple of different great plays by him. Number 1, right, jump in, bait the Black Shield, hit someone else with the stun. The other ones though, with the faster kills rush, he was seeing who Bantam was jumping towards, getting very fast cleanses in team fights. And the last play we saw of the top lane team fight, he got Wild Turtle cleansed within like a quarter second of the Pantheon stun.
People were giving Xpecial a lot of flack yesterday. He definitely showed up big today. I think he's going to silence a lot of the naysayers.
Looked amazing. Definitely a very, very strong team here. These guys, what can you say about that win? Honestly, from start to finish, TSM were just playing better every single lane, aside from a top lane gank that